"You look beautiful in that dress," I said. The alien woman smiled and locked the door. Evan extended his hand in the reception line, his voice steady amid the hum of alien chatter. "Your ceremonial dress honors the occasion, Saley." The iridescent scales catch the light like nothing on Earth. Saley's golden eyes locked onto his. Her four-fingered grip clamped his wrist. She yanked him sideways, away from the dignitaries. Evan stumbled but kept balance. Her scales rasped against his skin, cool and unyielding. She dragged him through a side door carved into the obsidian wall. The door hissed shut. Saley slapped a panel. Blue light flared, a privacy field shimmered into existence, sealing the chamber. Evan spun toward the panel. His fingers danced over the glyphs. Nothing responded. Exit functions grayed out unresponsive. "We're locked in," he said, voice level. He pressed harder. The panel beeped denial. Saley faced him, her lithe frame coiled like a spring. Her dress, layers of woven metal threads, clung to her azure skin, accentuating the subtle ridges along her arms. "This is a bonding hold, Evan Rook. Protocol demands it after your declaration." "My compliment." He stepped back, scanning the room. Bare walls, a low bench, dim glow orbs pulsing overhead. No visible vents. Air recyclers hummed faint. She nodded once, sharp. "Words of admiration trigger the right among my kind. Say your consent aloud or the field escalates to containment." Evan's pulse quickened. He leaned against the wall, buying time. Director Pierce would notice his absence soon. Wardenkin Rowell's enforcers patrolled these halls. One wrong move and the whole summit collapsed. "I consent," he said clearly, testing her reaction. Humans improvised, aliens enforced. Saley's shoulders eased a fraction. She gestured to the bench. "Sit. The hold lasts 3 cycles until dawn light filters through the vents." He sat, knees apart, hands visible, non-threatening. "Explain the rules. Full disclosure builds trust." Her eyes narrowed, pupils dilating in the low light. She perched opposite, knees tucked under her. "Bonding hold tests intent. Proximity reveals deception. My people bond through shared isolation. Lies fester in silence." Evan nodded, holding her gaze. Her scent, ozone, and spice filled the space. Close quarters amplified it. "Humans bond through talk, stories, not stares." She tilted her head, tendrils framing her face, twitching. "Your kind speaks too freely. My culture values action over words." A chime echoed from the panel. Incoming hail. Evan rose halfway. "That's Pierce. Let me answer." Saley blocked him with an outstretched arm. "No external contact. Violation breaks the hold. Wardenkin would deem it betrayal." He froze. Her arm brushed his chest, firm muscle under smooth scales. Heat bloomed where they touched. "Betrayal of what? We're diplomats, not prisoners." "Of the potential bond." Her voice dropped, edged with steel. "You complimented my form. Invade tradition, that's a claim stake." Evan exhaled, slow, falling for her. Those eyes, that discipline, it stirred something primal. But suspicion gnawed. Was this custom real or a trap? Pierce warned of alien mind games. He sat again, closer this time, their knees nearly touched. "Tell me about your traditions. Why scales in dress? Symbolic." She traced a ridge on her forearm. "Scales denote lineage. Mine shimmer gold and trust light. Yours stay dull." Her fingers grazed his wrist again, checking pulse. "Your heart races. Fear?" "Adrenaline," he countered. "Humans thrive on it." He flexed his hand, demonstrating grip strength. She watched, intrigued. Another chime. Insistent now, Evan itched to respond. "Pierce will call Ral. They'll breach the door." "Let them try." Saley's lips curved, almost a smile. "Privacy fields repel all but bond breakers. You'd forfeit consent." He leaned in, voice low. "And if I want out?" Her gaze intensified. "Revoke aloud, but then no further contact, ever." The weight hit him, forbidden. One word and she vanished from his life. Her proximity, warmth radiating, breath sinking, pulled him deeper. "Tell me something real," he pressed. "Why volunteer as my cultural officer?" She hesitated, tendrils stilled. "Humans intrigue, unpredictable. My clan doubts first contact. I test." "Test me how?" He mirrored her posture, elbows on knees. "Through this." She placed her hand over his, palm to palm, her skin cooler textured. "Feel the sync, pulses align or repel." His heart thudded against hers, sync held, steady. "You're steady," she murmured. Surprise flickered in her eyes. "Trained for it." Evan squeezed gently. "Negotiators read rooms, this one's intimate." Her free hand rose to his shoulder, testing weight. "Your frame dense, stronger than scans predicted." HFY kicked in. He didn't boast. Instead, he shifted, lifting her hand effortlessly to eye level. "Earth gravity builds muscle. Yours." She withdrew, but slower. Vey's strength lies in endurance. We outlast stars. Collaboration, he nodded. Pair that with human speed unbeatable. A soft rumble, her laugh. First crack in her armor, the panel flared red. Ral's voice boomed, muffled. Cultural Officer Vey, report breach or we cut power. Saley stiffened. Ignore. Evan's mind raced. Pierce's caution echoed, abort at first sign of incident, but aborting meant abandoning her. Respond minimal, he suggested. Ease their fears. She activated audio only. Bonding hold active, human consent, stand down. Silence. Then Ral, unsanctioned, Director Pierce demands release. Protocol supersedes, Saley snapped. Field held, Evan exhaled, close call. He met her eyes, trust me now. Testing. She stood, pacing the narrow space. Dress whispered against scales. Share a vulnerability, Vey way. He rose too, space shrinking. Lost my partner on Titan. Comet strike, learn to adapt alone. Pain flashed in her gaze. My bondmate fell to void beasts. Clan's rules for bad grief, I endure. Shared scars bridged them, he stepped closer. Endure together, her hand found his chest. Dangerous words. Heat surged, lips inches apart. Her breath spiced warmth. He tilted her chin, human gentle. She didn't pull away, kiss ignited. Soft scales met stubble. Her tendrils curled around his neck, anchoring. Door rattled, Pierce's voice. Rook, extracting you, hold position. Saley broke first, eyes wild. They force breach. Evan blocked the panel instinctively. Wait. This us is real. Doubt clouds it. She gripped his arms. Clan spies watch fields if Ral detects bond. Suspicion twisted. Was she playing him, bonding as leverage? No, her tremble betrayed fear. Real. Prove it, he challenged. Override for me. She punched glyphs. Field flickered, partial access. Audio to Pierce, say you're safe. Evan leaned in. Director, stand down, I'm safe. Cultural exchange ongoing. Pierce barked. Rook, that's not protocol. Ral's arming cutters. Trust my call. Evan cut the line. Saley stared. You risked incident. For trust. He pulled her close, bodies aligned, differences electric. She yielded, forehead to his. Hold deepens, dawn nears. Cycles blurred, talk flowed, her world's dual suns, his red rock hikes. Touches lingered, exploring ridges, calluses. Privacy field hummed approval, pulses sink deeper. Final chime. Dawnlight pierced vents, door unlocked with a sigh. Ral burst in, stunners raised. Pierce flanked him, face thunderous. Evan stood firm, Saley's hand in his. Bond complete. She nodded, scales shimmering gold. Claim accepted, Pierce gaped. Rook, what the hell? Ral lowered weapon, eyes wide. Human endures hold unheard. Evan smiled faint. We adapt. But Saley's whisper chilled. Clan's elders convene, forbidden pairs face trial. Trust teetered, love ignited, danger loomed. Ral slammed his palm against the chamber wall. Glyphs flared red. The door hissed shut behind him, sealing with a magnetic thud. Evan tightened his grip on Saley's hand. Her scales cooled under his fingers. Pierce's eyes bulged. Rook, explain now. Bond complete, Saley said. Her voice stayed even, but her tail flicked once. Claim accepted under hold protocol. Ral's ridges bristled. Forbidden, human unvetted, elders summon trial, containment holds until verdict. Evan scanned the room. Vents hummed, no weapons. Privacy field gone, now a stark brig with glow panels and restraint anchors. Goal, de-escalate, get Pierce out, protect Saley. Director, stand down, this is cultural, we adapt. Pierce jabbed a finger. Adapt, you just triggered interspecies lockdown, mission abort. No, Evan stepped forward, blocking Pierce's path. Ral's stunner twitched. Formal withdrawal, I request door unlock, Saley override. She froze, her datapad materialized from a thigh pouch. Fingers danced over it, recorded Evan's words in a blink. Withdrawal logged. Protocol 7 Alpha, request equals accusation of bond fraud. Accusation binds pair tighter, door remains sealed. Evan's pulse spiked. Trap, he drew a slow breath, in through nose, out through mouth. Diplomat training kicked in. Slow speech, calm tone. Understood. No accusation intended. Clarify protocol. Ral snorted. Humans twist words, containment, 48 cycles, elders judge intent. Pierce paced. Rook, you're compromised, Ral cut us out. Negative, Ral crossed arms, his bulk filled half the space. Breach risks war clan escalation. Saley's eyes met Evan's. Gold flecks dimmed. Fear or calculation, he pushed doubt down, focus. Saley, conditions for release. She tapped her pad. Hollow timer projected, 47:59 ticking down. 3 trials bind trust. First, share vulnerability. Second, endure restraint sink. Third, reject external aid. Timer pulsed red. Fail any permanent seal. Evan nodded once. Practical improvise. Add forth one outbound message to Pierce's secure line. Mission log only. Pierce halted. Don't you dare, Saley tilted her head. Scales shifted teal curiosity. Why, transparency. Evan held her gaze. Prove no betrayal. Your clan spies watch. My side needs record. Ral grunted. Clever human, risky. She paused. Timer hit 47:45. Accepted. Fourth message now 30 seconds. Pad extended to him. Evan leaned in. Mike Glyph glowed. Director Pierce, bond cultural, not compromise. Hold trust. No abort. Await elders. Rook out. He tapped end. Pierce's face purpled. You idiot, that's treason. Log closed. Saley pocketed pad. Timer reset to 47:30 for trials. Begin first. Vulnerability. Evan exhaled steady. Her hand still in his, warm now. You first. She released him, slid to the floor, back against wall, knees up. My flaw, doubt elders, clan binds me but heart pulls human ward, forbidden. Tail curled tight, real tremble. Ral watched stone-faced. Pierce muttered into his calm, silenced by field dampener. Evan sat opposite, legs crossed. Mine, fear loss, Earth colony lost to raid, pushed me to negotiate, never bond. Truth burned, her eyes widened, first real surprise. Sink, she rose. Pulled restraint cuffs from wall slot. Magnetic, clicked one on her wrist, extended the other. Link, pulses match or shock. Evan snapped it on, cool metal bit skin. Her pulse thudded through faster than his. Steady breath synced it. Slow, match, no shock. Field hummed approval. Ral nodded fraction. Human endures. Pierce banged door, futile. Third, Saley's voice dropped. Reject aid, she eyed Ral. Commander, stand out. Ral hesitated. Protocol, out. Her tone brooked no argument. Cultural officer rank flexed. He lumbered to door, punched override, slid out, door sealed. Alone almost, Pierce glowered. Rook, reject this madness. Evan faced Saley. Director, no aid, mission holds. Pierce sputtered. You're trapped with her, she's using you. Saley's tail lashed. Human accuses. No, Evan stepped between. He rejects, we accept bond. Pierce's comm buzzed, ignored. Timer hit 0, glyphs flashed green, door glyph flickered but stayed red. Partial clear, Saley said. Elders review message, containment extends 12 cycles. Evan's shoulders eased a fraction. Progress, her hand brushed his arm, lingering. Electric ridges met calluses, trust edged forward, Pierce slumped. What now? Wait. Evan met Saley's eyes, gold brightened. Talk, she nodded, pulled him down, restraints clinked soft. Bodies close again, forced proximity reignited. Her breath ghosted his neck, scent like ozone and spice. Hours blurred, Pierce dozed in corner, they whispered. Her world's ash storms, his zero-G drills, fingers traced scales, scars. Differences sparked, her warmth deeper, his flexibility alien to her. Doubt flickered, Pierce's words echoed. Leverage? No, her yield said real. Timer beeped, 11:00 left. Ral's voice crackled over intercom. Elders convene, message flagged, human claim questioned. Prepare defense, Saley's grip tightened. They suspect fraud, my doubt logged. Evan straightened. We face it together. Pierce jerked awake. Together, Rook abort now. Door glyph pulsed orange, not green. Saley's whisper chilled. Wrong defense word triggers attack protocol. One slip, stunners deploy. Evan froze, every word a minefield. Love locked them tighter, betrayal loomed in silence. Ral's boots echoed outside, heavy, approaching, she pressed close. Choose words or lose all. Evan breathed slow, improvise, survive. But her eyes held plea and fire. Trust teetered on the edge. Intercom hissed. Trial begins, state claim. He opened mouth, wrong apology, attack. Pierce tensed. Saley waited, one breath. We, stunner whine built, door stayed shut. Stunner whine spiked. Evan clamped his jaw. We bond true, Saley's yield proves it. Saley exhaled sharp. Her scales flushed violet, approval signal. Whine dropped to hum, intercom crackled. Claim logged, bioverification required, Officer Vey scan both. Door glyph flickered green, hissed open. Wardenkin Ral stormed in. 4 guards flanked him, stunners drawn, scales etched in black battle scars. His eyes locked on Evan. Human hands visible. Evan raised palms slow, heart hammered, stay calm, improvise. Pierce bolted upright. Rook, don't. Ral's glare silenced him. Silence, observer. Protocol binds you too. Saley rose fluid, restraints unclicked from her wrists. She faced Ral. Commander, scans proceed under my authority. Ral nodded curt. Elders watch, one anomaly containment. Guards fanned out, sealed the door behind. Corridor lights dimmed red through viewport, locked down. Evan thumbed his pocket comm. Pierce caught his eye, nodded faint. Fingers tapped quick code, status nominal, bonding phase 2 stable. Await elder verdict. Routine log, buried alert, RAL suspicious. Abort window closing. Sent. Pierce's device buzzed soft in his pocket. Saley turned. Gold eyes narrowed on Evan's hand. Device, yield it. Evan pulled the comm free, held it out. Just a logger, no threats. She snatched it. Claws retracted, trust flicker, plugged into her wrist scanner. Hollow flared, code streams, no viruses. Clean. She pocketed it. No more signals, Ral grunted. Wise, human tech unpredictable. Evan swallowed, dry, throat burned. Water first, trust starts basic. Saley's head tilt. Assessed, poured from wall dispenser. Cool liquid in crystal vial, handed it over. Drink, monitored. He sipped slow, refreshment hit hard, human limits showed, aliens hydrated from air crystals. Now scan. Evan set vial down. Medical access, prove no harm. She activated palm pad. Blue light swept him head to toe. Heart rate spiked on readout, 110 BPM. Saley's crest flared. Predatory readiness, pulse weaponizes adrenaline, attack markers. Evan tensed. Stress, not threat, human normal under pressure. Ral stepped close, stunner hummed. Explain or neutralize, Pierce edged forward. He's right, our physiology, fight or flight, bonding elevates it. Saley's eyes darted between readouts. Human cortisol flooded her display. Alien baselines stayed flat under duress, theirs channeled through scale resonance, not chemical surges. Your heart. It accelerates for hunt? Evan met her gaze, softened voice. No, for you, connection spikes it like your warmth deepens near me. She blinked, scales shifted teal, curiosity. Verify cross-species, Ral barked. Officer, protocol demands isolation if mismatch. Stand down. Saley's tone iced command. She synced her scanner to his, mutual sweep. Her readout bloomed, resonance harmony at 87%. Human flexibility mapped against her rigid frame, complementary lock. Elders, Ral tapped his comm. Data streams. Human stress mimics our pre-strike phase, but yield aligns. Intercom hissed. Proceed to phase 3, proximity enforced, betrayal voids all. Guards withdrew to corners, door sealed again. Saley faced Evan, pulled him back to Matt, restraints re-engaged, soft clink. Bodies aligned close, her thigh pressed his. Heat radiated deeper than human skin. Pierce slumped against wall. Rook, this is madness. Evan ignored him, whispered to Saley. Your rules blind them to us. Her breath ghosted ear, ozone spice scent sharpened. Mine too. Tradition says humans feign yield, but your pulse sings truth. He nodded against her neck, fingers brushed scale ridges. Flexible human joints let him trace without strain, her kind stiffened in intimacy, hours compressed, whispers built bridge. Her ash storm rituals, survivors bonded in dust caves, scales locking permanent. His zero-G maneuvers, improvising seals mid-spin, breath rationed, doubt cracked. Pierce's warning echoed, leverage play? No, her unguarded shiver said real. Timer beeped, 8:00 left. Ral's voice cut in. Anomaly, human signal intercepted, coded. Evan's gut dropped. The text, Saley's hand froze on his chest. Yours, routine, he kept steady. Status only, she pulled back, eyes gold fierce. Show intent or Ral ends it. Ral loomed at door. Confess. Elders convene lockdown. Pierce paled. Rook say abort. No, Evan breathed deep. Human calm, negotiator's edge. Aliens reacted rigid, he adapted. Saley, scan the code. He projected calm. Pulse dipped to 95. She retrieved calm. Hollow replayed message, nominal. Stable, buried ping, Ral flags claim, her crest eased. Precaution, not fraud, Ral snarled. Human cunning, deploy perimeter. Boots thudded outside. Corridor sealed tighter, emergency fields hummed. Evan shifted, restraint tugged. Ral, we collaborate. Your enforcement, our words, win together. Alien paused, black scales gleamed. Prove, Saley intervened. Commander, my biolink vouches. Human adaptability extraordinary, matches our storm endurance. Ral eyed them. Trial extends, full yield required. Door glyph pulsed yellow, caution. Evan's heart raced again. 120 BPM, Saley's scanner beeped, she pressed palm to his chest. Weapon, want, he covered her hand. Yours, scales flushed deep teal, trust edged forward, Pierce muttered. Insane, intercom, phase 4. Intimate resonance test, fail, sever. Saley's claws grazed his jaw. Words fail now, act. Evan leaned in, lips brushed scale-smooth skin, her warmth surged deeper core. Human flexibility let him mold perfect, she gasped. Resonance hit 95%. Alien rigidity yielded to his give. Ral watched stone still. Guards shifted uneasy. Timer 500. Betrayal shadow lingered. Pierce's eyes screamed abort. Evan deepened hold. Her fire met his calm. Collaboration sparked. But Ral's stunner twitched. One slip. Outside, Elder Chance rose. Low thunder. Sally's whisper broke. They test fracture point. Evan nodded. Improvised grip tightened. Survive. Together. Pierce's comm buzzed incoming. Director override. Door rattled. New glyph. Red alert. Ral spun. Breach protocol. Stunners whined high. Sally's body shielded Evan's. Trust locked lethal. Her eyes burned plea. Choose me or escape. Evan froze. Heart thundered predatory. Or love. Guards lunged. Guards lunged. Evan yanked Sally sideways. His arm hooked her waist. Scales scraped his palm, sharp, alive. They hit the chamber wall together. Stunners whined. Blue arcs crackled past his ear. Stand down, Ral bellowed. His black scales bristled, claws flexed on his weapon. Sally's body pinned Evan's, her chest heaved against his. Heat radiated through her uniform. Evan, choose, Pierce's voice crackled over intercom. Rook, abort, extract now. Guards froze mid-stride. Ral's eyes locked on Evan. The red glyph pulsed on the door, breach alert. Evan's pulse hammered. 140 BPM, her plea burned in his mind. Predatory? No. Protection. He tightened his grip. You, I choose you. Sally's scales flushed teal. She shoved off him, faced Ral. Biolink holds resonance at 95%, human yields without fracture. Ral's stunner lowered an inch. Breach glyph, external interference? Door rattled harder. Elder chants swelled outside, low thunder turning frantic. Evan scanned the room. Pierce glared from the observation booth. Lips moved, no sound, override signal. Sally grabbed Evan's wrist, claws pricked skin. Phase 4 resumes, intimate resonance demands ritual mirror, now. Guard stepped back. Ral nodded once. Timer reset, 4:30. Evan exhaled, improvised, survive. He met her gaze, golden eyes narrowed, testing. Mirror me, Sally said. She stepped close, inches apart. Forced proximity locked them in. Her right palm rose, pressed flat to his chest, over heart. Left hand cupped his jaw, thumbs aligned precise. Scales whispered against stubble. Evan mirrored, right palm to her chest plate, felt dual hearts thrum. Left hand cupped her jaw, thumbs matched hers exactly. Sally's breath hitched. Exact again, he repeated, palms firm, thumbs steady, no deviation. Record this, Evan said. Voice calm, for protocol, correct me if off. Her scanner beeped, logged the motion. Acceptable, 98% sync. Scales warmed under his touch. Ral grunted. Proceed, full yield. Sally leaned closer, noses brushed. Human courtship, explain, verify intent. Manipulation risks fracture. Evan held position. Proximity trapped heat between them. Her scent, ozone, and spice filled his lungs. Courtship, mutual, consent first. Words, then touch, no traps. She tilted head. Claws grazed his neck. Boundaries, plain, stop means stop. No means no, push past that betrayal. Pierce pounded glass, mouthed, abort. Evan ignored, proposed. Mutual safe word, stormbreak. You say it, I stop. I say it, you stop. Builds trust. Sally's eyes widened. Golden slits dilated. Adaptive, human flexibility, she nodded. Accepted, stormbreak binds us. Shift hit. Interrogation melted, she guided now. Instruction phase, mirror deeper. Her palms slid, traced his collarbone, slow circles. Ritual pattern spirals inward, Evan copied. Fingers followed scales, felt ridge's pulse. Her dual hearts synced to a single beat. Resonance climbed, scanner 99%. Intimate, she whispered, body pressed full, hip to hip, thighs aligned. Evan's skin burned, falling for her reel, but rules trapped them. One slip, Ral stuns, door glyph flashed yellow, caution. Chance outside peaked, frenzy, Ral paced. Elders demand yield or sever. Sally's claws dug in, not pain, anchor. Prove loyalty, mirror breath. She inhaled deep, chest expanded against his. Exhale, slow, warm gust over lips. Evan matched. Inhale, her rhythm pulled him. Exhale. Lips hovered, brush of scale-smooth skin. She gasped. Human give, extraordinary, our rigidity breaks. His hand steadied her waist. Improvised hold, collaboration sparked. Pierce's comm blared. Rook, incoming human vessel detected. Pierce override extract. Ral spun. Human breach containment. Guards raised stunners. Door buckled. Metal groaned. Sally's body shielded Evan again. No, my bond. Evan pulled her back. Together. Heart raced, love colliding with rules, Ral blocked door. Protocol holds, ritual completes, or all die. Timer 100. Saley turned to Evan, eyes fierce. Final mirror, core resonance. Her palms pressed low. Abdomen, heat surged deeper. Evan mirrored, felt her core thrum. Human comm met alien fire. Resonance, 100%. She shuddered. Scales locked teal. Proof, you won't use me. But door exploded inward. Human Marine stormed, Pierce behind. Rook out! Ral fired. Stunner arc hit lead Marine. Chaos erupted. Guards clashed. Saley yanked Evan down. Trust me. Her claws slashed a Marine's vest, not lethal, protective. Evan dodged bolt. Grabbed Stunner from floor, fired wide, warning, Pierce yelled. He's compromised, Saley roared. No, bond unbreakable, Evan covered her. Pierce, stand down, resonance complete. Marines hesitated. Ral bellowed orders, scales flared black, elders burst through side panel. Robed figures, chants silenced, central elder pointed. Yield achieved, biolink eternal, Pierce froze. What? Scanner blared, hollow projected, dual waveforms synced. Human single beat amplified alien dual, Ral lowered weapon. Human extraordinary yields without shatter. Saley clung to Evan, breath ragged. You chose, proof given. Evan nodded, hand over hers, but Pierce's eyes narrowed. This changes nothing, incident logged. Door sealed, glyph green approved, outside chance shifted, victory hum, Ral eyed Evan. Containment lifts, but watch. Humans unpredictable. Saley pulled Evan aside, forced proximity lingered. Instruction continues, private. Her touch lingered, trust built, dangerous, Pierce calmed. Rook, debrief now. Evan glanced back, Marines retreated. Ral watched stone still, Saley's whisper. They fear our fracture point, you passed. Heart still thundered. Love or trap, her golden eyes held no lie, but Pierce's override hummed active. New glyph flickered on wall, human alert. Ral noticed, claws twitched. Evan gripped Saley's hand, survived together. Timer reset, phase 5, her scales flushed deeper. Mirror me forever. Guards shifted, suspicion lingered. One wrong move, betrayal reignited. Saley yanked Evan into the side chamber. Door irised shut behind them. Her claws dug into his arm, gentle pressure, scales warm against skin. Lock engages now, she hissed. Golden eyes locked on his. Bonding hold, legal custody. Tribunal convenes in 3 cycles. Evan blinked. Room spun into focus, smooth obsidian walls, glowing glyphs pulsing green. His wristband itched where her biolink synced. Pierce's comm buzzed insistent in his ear. He tapped mute. Custody, explain, fast. She released him, paced the narrow space. Tail flicked sharp. Protocol unbreakable, you yielded resonance. I hold claim, no exit until elders judge intent. His pulse spiked, forced proximity, legal trap. He scanned the door, seamless, no panel. This isn't just intimacy, it's containment. Saley's scales flushed violet shame. Yes. Custody binds us. Tribunal decides union or severance. Evan stepped back. Air hummed with her dual heartbeat, echoing his single thrum. Union, you mean marriage? She nodded once, claws flexed. Binding right, eternal mirror. No, he crossed arms, voice steady. Humans don't sign blind. No tribunal marriage. Offer this cultural exchange pact, temporary, mutual study, no legal chains. Her eyes narrowed, frills along her neck flared. Pact, weak words, protocol demands strength. Evan pulled his datapad from vest, activated hollow form. Fingers flew diplomatic template stripped bare. Strength and clarity, your rules trap me, mine protect choice. Pact logs resonance as exchange. Tribunal observes only, no verdict power. Saley snatched the pad, studied the glowing text. Her breath hitched. You rewrite law. Negotiate it. He met her gaze, like always. Comm buzzed again. Pierce, Rook, respond or I authorize breach. Evan ignored it, watched her frills quiver, decision hung, she thrust pad back. Superiors force this. Voice dropped low. Ral's order. Trap human witness inside protocol. Test fracture point. Prove humans shatter under yield. Evan's gut twisted. Ral's claws twitching outside, now clear. They used you as bait. Saley's tail coiled tight. I obeyed, tradition binds, but you endured. She touched his wrist. Scales brushed skin, electric sync. No shatter, extraordinary, he drafted faster. New clause, Officer Vey acts under duress command, no punishment liability, tribunal limited to observation, pact dissolves on mutual release. Her eyes widened. Protects me. Protects us, he extended pad. Sign or tribunal twists this into war. She hesitated, claws hovered, then slashed signature, glyph flared gold. Done, door hummed, partial slot irised open, waist-high, barred with energy weave. Ral's shadow loomed outside. Handoff. Witness packed. Evan passed pad through. Ral snatched it, scanned, claws stilled. Human words bind without break. He grunted, slot widened fraction. Debrief yours, containment holds. Pierce's voice exploded in ear. Rook, status. Evan tapped live. Pierce, pact signed. No marriage, cultural exchange, tribunal sidelined. Silence, then. What pact? Abort now. Too late. Evan glanced at Saley, her hand gripped his sleeve. Resonance logged, they can't breach without incident. Ral's voice boomed through slot. Elders convene soon. Prepare mirror trial. Slot snapped shut. Room dimmed, phase 5 glyph throbbed red. Saley leaned close, breath hot on his neck. They trapped us both, but pact buys time. Evan nodded. Heart synced erratic, hers double his steady anchor. Her scales brushed his chest. Warmth spread, falling, dangerous. He cupped her face, frills trembled under thumbs. Time to build trust, your rules, my words. She pressed into touch, eyes half-lidded. Mirror me. Lips met alien firm, tasting of spice and salt. Dual pulse thrummed through him, trust ignited. Outside, chants swelled. Ral barked orders. Pierce calmed furious. Rook extract now. Door glyph flickered, alert escalated. Custody tightened. Tribunal loomed. Saley's claws traced his jaw. They come, choose, yield deeper. Evan pulled her tight. Body language spoke. Survive the trap, together. But Pierce overrode calm. Marines inbound. Stand down or we burn the bond. Ral's roar echoed. Humans break, containment full. Walls vibrated. Forced proximity crushed closer. Her golden eyes pleaded. Love collided, rules unraveled. Evan whispered, pact holds, fight smart. Slot cracked open again. Ral thrust a vial through, glowing serum. Trial elixir, drink or forfeit claim. Saley snatched it, hesitated. Strengthens mirror, risks human single heart. Evan took vial, swallowed without flinch. Burn raced veins, his beat doubled, synced perfect. Aliens gasped outside. Impossible, Ral muttered. Human adapts. Saley's frills bloomed full gold. She kissed him fierce. You mirror flawless. Pierce yelled, Rook, report. Tribunal chants peaked. Door buckled under pressure. Trap sprung wider, betrayal from both sides. Evan gripped her. Improvise or shatter, her whisper cut through. Superiors lied, hold hides fracture in our law, you expose it. Revelation hit, not just trap, her rebellion. Trust turned weapon. Walls groaned, Marines hammered outside. Ral's claws scraped. Evan drafted mental next, exposed the lie, pact evolves. Saley's hand slipped into his, scales locked fingers. Together fracture their rules, he nodded. Heart thundered duel now, love's danger unbreakable. Pierce breached static, override active, bond null. But glyph shattered green to chaos red. Tribunal elders stormed slot, robed claws pointed. Human yields eternal, but pact, questions all. Ral shoved forward. Enforce hold, chaos erupted. Evan shielded Saley. Human calm met alien storm. Pierce's Marines burst panel, stunners hot. Saley roared defiance, pulled Evan behind her, protective scales flared. He countered, pact first. Datapad hollow blazed, signed proof. Elders froze, Pierce halted mid-charge. Ral bellowed, stand. Silence fell, all eyes on Evan. He spoke clear, exchange begins, no war. Saley's grip tightened. Golden eyes shone, trust sealed. But Pierce's scanner beeped, anomaly in bond. Human beat overriding alien duel. Ral's eyes widened. Human extraordinary mirrors us stronger. Hook sank deeper, trap reversed, who held whom? Timer reset, tribunal phase, deeper intimacy loomed, Evan breath steady. Survive, love, win outside, victory chance twisted uneasy. Suspicion lingered. One slip, betrayal exploded. Saley's tail wrapped his leg. Forever mirror. He smiled grim. Pact says yes till we rewrite it all. Lights died. Total black swallowed the chamber. The door groaned inward, servos whining on emergency hydraulics. Claws scraped metal outside, Ral's enforcers prying it wide. Stunner hums charged in the dark. First shot seconds away, Evan lunged. He slammed his shoulder into the door's edge, metal bit his flesh. He braced both feet against the frame, body a living wedge. The slab shuddered but held 2 inches open max. Saley, seal it! Her scales rasped as she moved. Golden eyes glowed faint in the gloom, pupils slit wide. She slapped a panel. Emergency conduits sparked. Privacy field flickered blue, holding against the blackout. Tribunal voices cut off mid-shout outside. No eavesdroppers now. Door bucked. Ral's growl vibrated through the steel. Human, yield, Wardenkin orders extraction. Evan grunted, muscles burning, sweat slicked his grip. Ral, stand down, packs sealed, hollow-proof on my pad. Pierce's voice crackled from the corridor comms, faint through the field. Rook. Abort, get out now, bonds glitching your vitals. Sally's tail coiled Evan's ankle, anchor in chaos. She leaned close, breath hot on his neck. He cuts main power, forces breach. I route auxiliary to field, buy time. Evan nodded, jaw clenched. He shoved harder. Door creaked half-inch more. A stunner probe darted through the gap, blue arc sizzling air. He kicked it back. Sparks flew. Ral mediated release, tribunal witnesses, elders present. Silence outside, broken by claw taps. Ral's silhouette bulked in the slot, eyes glowing red. Human exits alone, or room floods stun gas. Sally Vey remains, bond questions packed integrity. Her hand gripped Evan's arm, nails pricked skin, trust's edge. He suspects me, thinks I trap you. Human heart overrides ours, extraordinary, they fear it. Evan's pulse thrummed dual now, synced to hers. Bond pulled taut, alien rhythm boosting his. He felt her fear, sharp as scales. His calm flooded back, human steady. Ral, Pierce, hear this, anomalies mutual. We mirror stronger, test it fair, no breach. Door strained. Enforcers heaved. Evan's boots slipped on deck plating. Sally's body pressed his side, bracing with him. Her warmth seeped through uniform, intimate shield. Outside, Pierce barked. Marines, hold fire. Rook, that's an order. Eject. Ral snarled. Human negotiator plays deep. But rules bind. Sally Vey, release him or forfeit can write. She hissed defiance, tail tightened. Wardenkin errs, pact evolves, human proves it. Her free hand danced over a hidden glyph pad. Field hummed stronger, scrambling external scans. Evan's shoulder screamed. He wedged his datapad into the door gap, hollow projector blazing green seal. Proof, signed by elders, scan it, Ral. Red eyes narrowed, claw extended, snagged the pad. Hollow flickered under scrutiny. Murmurs rose, tribunal elders pushing forward. Anomaly confirms. Human endurance mirrors primal bond. But Ral shoved the pad back, it clattered inside. Partial bond scan required separate. Human exits now or gas deploys, 10 counts. Sally's grip crushed. No, together. Evan's mind raced. Improvise. Human edge. Adapt fast. He yelled through the slot. Ral, one concession. I exit with Sally escorted. Tribunal mediates scan here. No isolation. Breaks pact. Pierce cut in. Negative. That's surrender. Rook mission aborts. Full evac. Enforcers laughed. Harsh scrapes. Ral's claw drummed. 8. Human cunning noted, but alien law holds. Dark pressed. Evan's lungs burned. Bond pulsed, Sally's fear spiking his resolve. He smelled her scent, sharp citrus scales, felt her tremble, then steel, love's collision, her rules caging them, his trust cracking open. 5. Sally whispered, expose lie. Ral hides elder dissent. Evan twisted, voice steady. Ral, elders question pact 2, your enforce hold masks it, let them speak. Claw paused, outside shuffle robes rustling. An elder's voice pierced, wardenkin, truth query valid. Human detects fracture. Ral bellowed. 4, protocol, 3. Evan countered, shoving with renewed fire, door slammed half shut. Sally's scales locked his fingers' unbreakable weave. She rooted more power, field blazed opaque, comms warped, privacy total. 2. Evan's world narrowed. Her golden gaze, tails coil, shared beat. Trust dangerous, rules blind both sides, but human calm met alien storm, survive. 1. Gas hissed faint, probe through crack. Evan yanked Sally down. They rolled behind a console. Blue mist curled in. Ral roared, breach. Door exploded inward. Enforcers flooded, stunners raised, but elders surged first, claws high. Halt, tribunal claims. Pierce's marines piled in opposite, weapons hot. Chaos locked, standoff inches from triggers. Evan rose slow, Sally's hand in his. Pulled her up protective circle. Mediation now, scan us together. Ral's eyes widened, human grit mirroring their strongest. Extraordinary, stun holds. Elder nodded. Scanner deployed, beams crisscrossing. Anomaly lit, dual hearts synced, human override stabilizing alien flux. Pierce gaped, impossible, vitals nominal. Sally leaned into Evan, tail wrapped full, pact proven forever mirror. But Ral's claw twitched, scanner beeped deeper, hidden glyph. Wait, bond embeds command, human, influences, suspicion reignited, elders recoiled. Pierce paled, rook. Evan's gut twisted, trap reversed, who betrayed whom? Sally's eyes flickered, fear or faint, door sealed behind, intimacy forced deeper. Timer reset, trial within trial, her whisper, trust me, or rewrite alone. He squeezed back, heart thundered. Love's danger peaked. One slip war. Outside chance twisted, victory or warning. Ral watched close. Pierce signaled abort. Evan breathed, improvise, win. Evan shoved the door open and strode into the corridor. Enforcers snapped to attention, stunners humming. Ral's claws flexed at the head of the line, his yellow eyes locked on Evan. Chants echoed from the viewing gallery, rhythmic, rising. Human Marines flanked the far end, Pierce's face grim through the crush. Shared responsibility, Evan announced, voice steady. He raised both hands, palms out. The hold is mine as much as hers. Scan logs confirm it. Heads turned. Whispers cut the chance. Ral stepped forward, scanner glyph pulsing on his bracer. Human claims, packed burden, reckless. Saley emerged behind him, tail uncoiling from his waist with deliberate grace. Her scales gleamed under the harsh lights, flux mark on her throat flickering blue. She planted herself at Evan's side, close enough that her warmth pressed against his arm. Binding counter protocol, she declared. Her voice sliced the tension, formal tones invoking elder law. Signed exchange pact activates. Human mirror holds equal right. Tribunal yields. Ral's mandibles clicked. Elders in the gallery leaned forward, claws tapping stone. Pierce pushed through his Marines, jacket askew. Rook, what the hell? Abort signals live. We're pulling out. Evan met his director's glare. Pacts logged, sir. Shared vitals prove sync. Collapse it now and we lose first contact. Pierce halted inches away, scanning the alien ranks. Ral's enforcers shifted, stunners dipping but not holstering. Chants swelled, testing, probing. Saley's tail brushed Evan's leg, a subtle anchor. He felt her pulse through it, steady against his own racing heart. Pierce exhaled sharp. Fine, pact accepted, no collapse on my watch. He jabbed a finger at Evan. But you own this, Rook, one slip, understood. Evan cut in, calm masking the knot in his gut. Ral growled low. Human deference noted, but glyph commands linger. Flux risk to Vey officer unmitigated. Saley whirled on him, eyes narrowing to slits. Stand down, Wardenkin Ral. Under formal cultural authority, Article 7.3, Pact mirror supersedes containment. Her tail lashed once, authoritative snap. Scales rippled with inner light. Ral froze, his enforcers lowered weapons in unison. The big alien's shoulders eased a fraction, respect flickering in his gaze. As ordered, Cultural Officer Vey. Evan exhaled, tension uncoiling just enough. He turned to Saley, every eye on them, Marines, enforcers, elders crammed in the gallery. He extended his hand, palm up in full view. Second meeting. Voluntary, your chamber's cycles end. We decode the glyph together. Her fingers met his, cool and firm. Talons retracted fully, a trust signal he'd learned the hard way. Accepted mirror, voluntary sync. Gasps rippled through the witnesses. An elder's claw pointed, chants fracturing into murmurs. Pierce's jaw tightened. Ral's eyes widened, tracking the handclasp like a live threat. They walked out together, Saley's tail curling loose at her side. No coil, but the promise hung. Every witness saw it. The lock had changed sides. The corridor doors hissed shut behind them. Footsteps echoed, Marines peeling off under Pierce's barked orders. Ral's enforcers formed a loose escort, scanners beeping soft. Evan kept pace with Saley, her stride matching his shorter gait. That glyph, your people think I'm influencing you. She glanced sidelong, flux mark pulsing faint. Command embed detected. Rare anomaly. My flux stabilizes under your rhythm. There's fear human override. His hand still tingled from hers. Not override, sync like the hearts. Her tail tip flicked, brushing his calf, accidental. Intentional, sync demands proof. Chambers enforce proximity. Rules blind us both. Ahead, the lift to officer decks gleamed. Ral loomed at the panel, claws hovering over controls. Segregation protocol holds until cycles end. No unmonitored contact. Saley nodded curt. Compliance. But her eyes met Evan's, holding a beat too long. Trust or trap. The lift doors parted. Ral waved them in first, Evan and Saley side by side, enforcers boxing the rear. Descent hummed, gravity shifting subtle under alien tech. Evan leaned close, voice low. Pierce wants abort. Your Ral smells betrayal. What's the real play? Her whisper ghosted his ear, breath warm with spice scent. Play is survival. Bond glyph rewrites if unmirrored, war if broken. Tail coiled loose around his ankle, hidden from view. Trust builds in proximity. Lift dinged. Doors open to sterile white halls, Saley's quarters at the end. Ral punched in a timer code, cycles end locked. Containment active, voluntary meeting authorized post beep. They stepped out, enforcers peeled back to posts. Ral lingered, eyes boring into Evan. Human grit mirrors our strongest, but unpredictable's breach. Evan met the stare. Predict this, I protect what's synced. Ral's mandibles parted, a near smile, he turned away. Sally's door slid open at her palm scan. Inside, low lights, woven mats, a central sink pad humming faint. No windows, forced intimacy, timer sealed. She faced him, scales shifting hues, blue to violet. One cycle, improvise mirror. Evan crossed the threshold, door sealed. Timer glowed, 4.7 hours. He scanned the room, no vents, no cracks, just them. Glyph first, show me the embed scan. She activated a wall panel, projecting the anomaly, twisting lines linking their vitals, human rhythm overlaying alien flux. Your calm overrides chaos, extraordinary. Not calm, he touched the projection, finger tracing the sync point. Adaptable, her hand covered his, talons grazed skin, light testing. Adaptation binds, forbidden under treaty, yet pact invokes. He turned, close now. Her height forced his gaze up, but he held it. Forbidden why? Species flux incompatible. Human endurance warps ours. Tail slid up his leg, coiling slow. But yours endures. Heat built where they touched. His pulse jumped, hers matched. Tested, controlled. She pulled him to the sink pad. They knelt, knees brushing. Initiate mirror right. Eyes lock, breaths align. Evan complied, her eyes, endless amber depths, pupils dilating, breath synced in, out, tail full coil now, pressing him near. Flux mark flared. Glyph hummed through the pad, rewriting lines. Pain lanced, hers shared. He gripped her arms, steadying. Endure, she hissed. He did. Grit teeth, hold gaze. Human normal, push through. Her claws dug in, not breaking skin. Release came sudden. Glyph stabilized, dual hearts thumping one beat. Proven. She sagged against him, tail loosening. Influence mutual. Outside, distant chants shifted, victory tone. Evan cupped her face, thumb on flux mark. Mutual means trust. Lips met tentative, then fierce. Alien spice flooded his senses, forbidden ignited. Timer beeped halfway, door remained sealed. Pierce's voice crackled over comm, Evan's wrist unit. Rook status, Ral reports anomaly spike, abort viable. Sally's eyes hardened. Answer. Evan thumbed it live. Negative director, sync holding, packed intact. Pierce paused. Copy, but if it flips. Won't. Evan killed the line. Sally smiled, first true one. Fangs glinted. Human improvise wins. Tail pulled him down, proximity forced deeper, trust built in touches, beats shared, but Ral's scanner glyph echoed in memory, hidden command, her flicker earlier, fear or faint. Cycle ticked, chance outside twisted again, warning edge, Evan held her closer, survive the lock, decode the rest. Door chime sounded premature, Ral's voice boomed external. Breach alert, elder tribunal advances, pact tested anew. Sally's tail tensed, Evan's gut nodded. Lock sides shifted again. Who held the key?